Ile-Ife, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so shock in Ile-Ife while the Iwarefa elders halted Ebony's oath before the ancient sword. You know, there is a parable that says the child that is not yours but sleeps in your house is your child. When she weeps at midnight, you must rise to carry her. That is exactly the weight on the heads of Iwarefa's elders in Ife when the matter of Ebony was dragged before the throne, and the great lion had insisted that she must swear before the ancient sword to prove that she is really pregnant. They said the palace was tense, the air heavy, voices were rising, emotions burning like firewood in furnace. On one side, the great lion was determined. He felt deceived, felt mocked, and felt that Ebony had toyed with his dignity as the custodian of the sacred soul. To him, swearing before the ancient sword is not just a punishment, it is a way to cleanse the palace from deceit and set a standard that no one, no matter who she is, could make false claim to the throne. But the Iwarefa, the circle of the highest traditional elders, saw things differently. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ile-Ife. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. Happy new week to you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Ile-Ife. I love you guys. Thank you so much. May God bless your week, okay? Now, this Iwarefa we are talking about, who are these men? The Iwarefa are not just ordinary chiefs, they are backbone of tradition, the interpreters of ancestral wisdom, and the guardians of the throne itself. They are the men who sit when kings rise and when they speak. Their voices are supposed to carry the weight of centuries of the Yoruba heritage. To them, Ebony was not just another, wife in the palace. Whether she was right or wrong, they look at her as a daughter of the land. I used to say it, Amani song. A young woman who had entered the palace and now carried the name of the throne upon her shoulder. The elders gathered, some angry, some deeply concerned, some looked at the great lion and said, Kabiyesi, this matter is being pushed too far. The sword is sacred. It is not for things as trivial as pregnancy dispute. The sword is for matters of life and pie, betrayal of the land, and desecration of the gods. You cannot call it down for something like this. If you use it wrongly, it is not Ebony who will carry the cause. It is the stool itself that will carry the weight of misuse. The room felt silent as the elders spoke. Some among them even wept, saying, Kabiyesi, daughter, may misbehave, but do not throw her into the fire because of her mistake. Ebony is like a daughter to you. If you humiliate her before the sword, where will she put her face? Where will her family put their face? Will the people of, this land not say the great lion cast away his own child? Is this not the same throne that once married women from the Ogidi ruling houses to settle political rift? Did you not call them into this palace to preserve peace? Then why would you now chase their daughter out in shame? Hey, wahala. I continue to tell you guys, if you have not watched The 7 Doors, go and watch that movie. If you watch that movie, you will understand. Now, there are times where we sit and we say, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Why this? Why that? It is not easy. You see, being on that throne is not a tea party affair. You are not the only one. You do not make decisions all by yourself, okay? No, you do not. You only get... So basically, they are beginning to come to that space where they are beginning to feel like, the great lion is letting his emotion cloud his judgment, his heart. The whispered was too tied to, the jewel. They respected, of course, they said they respect his love for her, but they feel he is allowing the love to blind him against fairness in the palace. That is what they are feeling. They told him directly, if you allow love for one wife to create hatred for another, then the palace will never know peace. You must balance ones they stole. If, the jewel is your heart, okay, Ebony must be your daughter. If you cannot do that, opposition will rise against you again. And, you may not understand where this is coming from, but I do understand. But basically, they are saying that the elder said openly that pregnancy is an internal family matter. If Ebony is truly pregnant, time will show it. Why call down the ancient sword? Why subject her to something that could destroy her forever? The elders of Iwarefa did not want the palace to become a battlefield between women, between, a whole lot of things. Politically, a lot has happened, which I am going to explain to you on the other video. They say pregnancy should bring happiness, pregnancy should bring peace, and not to be subjected to this kind of, ridicule. Like wanting to put her there to swear. You do know that it was on Saturday they were supposed to do the swearing, and they all sat and all of that. And at the time where they sat, report has it that the great lion was ready to, go for the sword so that they can swear. But these people did not agree. They did not agree at all. We heard that the great lion sat there in silence, heavy with anger, but also burdened with the wisdom of what they said. He knows the elders were right, or he knew the elders were right, yet he felt betrayed. He felt Ebony mocked him and, had taken advantage of his kindness. But he also knew that to defy the Iwara would be to risk another round of political war with powerful families and ruling houses that had already tolerated, some of the decisions. So basically right now, you see, the throne is not just, it's all about politics. So right now they are making it feel like the woman has already gone through so much. You know that this woman is somebody who openly professes his love for this man. She'll say all sorts of things about the man, the great lion. She is all over. If you look at the media, she is just that one woman that is always professing love, going public with how she feels about the great lion and all of that. And they feel like she is contributing so much. She's always there and all of that. They feel like with everything that has been happening recently, they feel like the great lion is doing everything that is within his power, that he has made up his mind to, leave the two women behind. And he's doing everything. He's looking for every opportunity to do that. Nobody is seeing this issue of pregnancy as any problem. They feel like, look, pregnancy can never hide. If a woman is pregnant, the pregnancy will show now. With the pregnancy not show, even if she's lying about being pregnant, one day the pregnancy must show. And so why bother yourself? Why use, such a great authority to ascertain whether a woman is pregnant or not? With the fullness of time, or in the fullness of time, the pregnancy is going to show. That this is bringing, a more humiliation upon the woman. And you do know that she's got a kid for you. They are just looking at, a father and a daughter dispute. That is where they want, the great lion to look at. They are not even looking at the way that the great lion is feeling, how he feels betrayed, how he feels like things should be done differently, not the way it is right now. They have sat and they said, this swearing drama has to be suspended, that they should not bring out the ancient sword for something as trivial as this. They said the great lion was so pissed off. He was very, very pissed off. This is what we are hearing. If the information is correct, I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact.